Michael over here, and I'm going to share a series on how you can bulletproof your money during times like this. Now, if you don't know already, Ringgit Malaysia is dropping like a rock. And I can tell you one thing right now, in 2023, it's going to continue to drop. I expect and I estimate that Ringgit Malaysia is going to surpass 5 Ringgit to 1 USD. And if that happens right now, that means your money has depreciated more than 20%, right, in the past 10 years. If you have savings right now of $100,000, it is only worth $80,000 as of today because of the depreciation of money. Now, if Ringgit Malaysia continues to depreciate like this, you could wipe out your savings because expenses are also building up due to inflation. So how can you do something about it right now? I'm going to share a very short video today to explain to you 3 things you need to do right now in order for you to protect yourself from the depreciating ringgit. The first of the 3 things that you need to do in order for you to protect yourself from ringgit depreciating is basically this. Take your ringgit out of the bank today and convert it into a stronger currency. Now, I know the government's been telling you don't do stuff like that, but please, it's about your investments right now, it's your money right now, and I would urge you guys to protect yourself by putting that money into a stronger currency. The obvious currency over here is something like USD. As USD is the main currency which is actually increasing and appreciating right now, it only makes sense for you to put some of that money aside in this currency today. For example, right now, if you have put the money in today at about 4.5 ringgit to $1, and when it goes to 5 ringgit to $1, you have actually saved 10% of your money, more than 10%, about 12.5% of your money. Now, another way of doing it is don't like to use USD. You can also hedge against other currencies, find out which other currency is also quite strong. For example, you can also change it to Singapore dollars, or one of the other currencies which is actually appreciating a lot against the US dollar is Russian ruble. Right? If you can get your hands onto it, that currency has actually increased by 20% since the start of this year, right? Well, do your research and find out how you can hedge yourself by using foreign exchange, right? Number 2, the second way how you can actually protect your ringgit from actually depreciating is to put it into another form called assets. So first thing I told you to do was to just change the form of the currency from ringgit to USD, from ringgit to SGD. But right now, what I'm asking you to do is change money to a different form called assets. You see, there are assets out there that will hedge against inflation and they will actually grow as ringgit goes down. So one of them, for example, right now is like properties. You could buy into properties today because inflation, as it goes up, it will actually increase the price of properties. Therefore, properties will get higher in price. You could buy a property right now pretty cheap at 300,000, and based on statistics, times like this, the price will actually either go up or actually maintain itself and not depreciate during times like this. So you could sell it off at 350 or 400,000 in some future time, and therefore you will actually make some money. The second way of doing it is putting into assets like gold or silver, because these kind of things are basically internationally used, and commodities like this are actually protected against the depreciation of ringgit. It's very similar to putting into USD, but you're just putting it into some sort of investments. And some people say that gold is actually better than USD because it's got value, and you know that USD today, the money itself has got no backing, so it can also depreciate as well. So assets are good form. The last can be also something like cryptocurrency. If you're not comfortable with putting into a denominator like USD, you can actually put your money into USDT, which is a token directly pegged as a stable currency to USD. So you could put it into the clouds, right, and keep it over there, or invest into Bitcoin or crypto. But before you do all these things, make sure you do your research to know what you're doing. But again, investments and assets are one of the best ways to hedge against a depreciating currency. And last but not least, this is my best tip to you guys right now today. Those of you who are watching this right now, go out there and get a bank loan. Right now, I know this sounds crazy. Do your research before you do this, but all rich people do this. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a hack right now. Why do you want to get a bank loan? Okay, and I'm going to share this with you guys. Not just any bank loan. You want to get a bank loan that's hedged against an asset. So once again, it's actually tip number 2, get an asset. But rather than use your money, use the bank's money instead. So for example, right now, you're going to buy yourself, let's say, a property. Instead of using 100% of your money, you're going to leverage on the bank. Take the money from the bank, put it into a property, let's say for example 300 to 500,000 ringgit, and then hold it right there. Now what's going to happen in ringgit as time goes by? If what I say is true, ringgit is going to depreciate in price, right? From $4.50 to $4.70 to $5 to US dollar. So as it goes down in value, you actually owe the bank a little bit less because property in this price might stay the same or increase, right? So you're going to have one thing that's going up, you're going to have one thing that's going down. At the end of the day, you still have to just return a loan of, let's say, 270k to the banks. But if the asset has gone up in price, you now have a gains coming back from the asset itself. So in other words, you're playing against the whole market, forcing the banks, okay, to give you money at a cheaper price. If you know today's money is going to be more expensive than tomorrow's money, meaning tomorrow is going to be cheaper, protect yourself by putting the bank at risk rather than yourself. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about right now, but if it makes sense to you guys, then what I'm asking you to do right now is to make the banks make money for you while the market goes down. So I hope you like these 3 tips I've given to you guys right now. If you truly believe in what I'm talking about, then I need you to go out there to bulletproof your money today. Because trust me, as time goes by and your ringgit Malaysia starts to depreciate even more, you would thank me in the next 3 to 6 months if you take my advice. So good luck guys, happy investing, and may you stay safe.